Jamie, I want to play for you some of the sound that Kelly was able to obtain while she's out there in the field. Some reaction from those who were there talking about the family in this case. Let's listen.
For the family, they're probably glad to get him up here and, have this, the trial. I think it's terrible. A young girl, got her whole life in front of her, and to lose her life, that's what's happened. And I think it's bad that these guys, why don't they fess up? It would help the family.
It was so unfortunate. And, of course, I had a daughter similar in age, and I thought, how would I feel? I'd feel just like she did, really helpless at times. So that's all I can recall. It's been quite a while now.
Yeah.
I've never forgotten it.
Yeah, never forgotten.
Never.
Jimmy, that male resident there was saying, why don't people just fess up? Why don't they confess to things like this to give the family some peace? And in Kelly's report, she talked about the fact that he confessed to the murder of the Peruvian woman. How frustrating must it be for this family where we don't have any kind of a confession? But what do you think that points to in this case?
It's horrifying. I remember when this case happened, we had actually been in Peru as my family, very shortly thereafter. And, it was just horrifying that a young family can go abroad and have to deal with these sorts of circumstances. I think that Mr. Vandersloot is probably not going to be convicted of her murder. I'm not suggesting that that's the appropriate remedy, but I am suggesting that, if we're going to use U.S. standards, he's probably not going to be convicted of her murder. But what he is going to be convicted of, without question, is wire fraud and potentially extortion. The extortion charge will be a little more difficult for various reasons associated with how this played out. But he, without question, solicited these funds, clearly did not report them to the IRS for transactions over $10,000 and did it under pretenses that were criminal. And to your point, Julia, I think, the question becomes, if you don't know why she did that, why this young woman it disappeared, why are you soliciting funds from her family for the body? So he's going down for that. There's no question in my mind about that. It's not going to give the family the solace that they deserve, but he's going to prison for a very long time for that behavior.